I get a lot of messages from friends who are about to throw a backyard concert or a small corporate gala and they're stuck wondering if they really need to spend a few $100s on a professional lighting kit. I totally get that hesitation because the last thing you want is to shell out money and end up with a rig that looks great on paper but barely holds up when you hook it up to a portable generator. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. When I started digging into the event-up lighting market, the first thing that stood out was how fragmented it can be. You have massive moving head fixtures that cost a minicar, tiny plug-and-play units that barely make a dent in a dim room, and everything in between. The ADJ Mirage Q6 PAK sits right in the middle, promising an all-in-one solution that you can toss in the trunk, set up in 10 minutes, and start programming without pulling out a rack of cables. It's basically a compact lighting box that bundles 4 10-watt RGBA LEDs, a weatherproof housing, and a built-in Wi-Fi XR wireless DMX receiver. On paper that sounds like a perfect cheat sheet for a DIY promoter. The real test, though, is how that package behaves when you actually drive it out to a venue. The first thing I noticed is the sheer convenience of the integrated design. All 4 LEDs sit behind a single aluminum chassis, so you only have one power cable, one data cable, or none if you go wireless, and a single mounting point. Setting it up on a 10-foot truss or a simple pipe clamp takes about the same time it takes to unpack a cooler. Because the unit is rated IP65, a light drizzle during an outdoor wedding didn't even make me think about covering it. No short-circuit scares, no frantic rewiring. That kind of peace of mind is priceless when you're juggling a schedule and a limited crew. The built-in Wi-Fi XR receiver is where the Mirage really starts to flex its muscles. Instead of running a spaghetti mess of DMX cables from a console to each fixture, you just pair the unit with a Wi-Fi dongle on your laptop or a compatible app on a tablet. The pairing process is a handful of taps, and you're instantly able to trigger any of the 64 preset color macros stored in the fixture. For a small event where you want quick scene changes, say, shifting from a mellow amber wash during a cocktail hour to a vibrant blue for the dance floor, those macros save you from having to manually dial in values each time. In a real-world scenario I tried at a friend's rooftop party, the entire lighting crew could be one person with a phone, and the lighting transitions felt smooth enough that no one could tell we weren't using a full-size console. Now, let's talk about the light output, because that's where the Mirage's sweet spot and its limits become clear. For 10-watt LEDs give you about 40 watts of total output, which translates to a decent wash for spaces up to roughly 2,000 square feet when the fixtures are angled correctly. In a typical backyard or small banquet hall, you'll get an even, saturated color fill that looks professional without the need for a second lighting rig. However, if you walk into a large conference hall or a concert venue with a high ceiling, you'll start to notice the wash thinning out at the edges. The LEDs are fixed angle, so you can't zoom or tilt them like a moving head, meaning you'll need to either add more units or supplement with a higher output fixture if you're lighting a stage that's more than a few meters deep. Battery power is another practical consideration. The Mirage doesn't come with an internal battery, so you'll still need to plug it into a power source, usually a standard AC outlet or a portable generator. That's fine for most indoor events, but for truly off-grid gigs you'll have to factor in an extra power solution. The good news is that the unit draws relatively little current for its size, so a modest 12-amp generator can comfortably run a couple of them alongside your sound gear. Who should buy the Mirage Q6 PAK? If you're a mobile DJ who wants to add a splash of color without lugging a full lighting rack, if you run a small church looking to upgrade from static PAK cans, or if you're an event planner who needs a reliable, weatherproof wash for weddings, festivals, and community fairs, this kit hits a sweet spot. It's also great for creators who need a portable lighting solution for outdoor video shoots. The IP65 rating means you can leave it out under a light rain while you get those perfect sunrise time-lapse shots. Who should skip it? If you're planning a large-scale production, think touring concerts, theatrical shows, or